Switch has accommodated matchups between like zoners and heavies a lot more. When they added that mechanic where every move can clank with a projectile, that helped out heavy so much because you can always swing at different types of moves that come your way.
That's true. A lot of the times, the easiest way to get around someone's shenanigans is just poke a little bit, crawl a little bit closer, and then execute your opportunity when you see fit.
And then, yeah, if you remember correctly, in our 3.0 patch, we got a universal reduction of like shield stun from projectiles. And that was huge for a lot of characters that like just pressure your shield hard, like Samus and sometimes Palutena, but not as regularly. And that helps heavies a lot more in general. People are like, oh no, the Ganon buff is the fact that these projectiles don't have as much shield stun as they did. So now they'll chase you down and get there. Quilly seeping with max rage. Gonna lose his stock to Jen.
Yeah, it's Bowser has been tranquilized, dude. Lost his stock, back to normal.
Palutena has a cattle prod in her head. That's what I like to picture.
You said easy there, big boy. You got 2 more stocks. You don't need to waste all this rage in one. He's going right back to it. 106% is pretty dangerous though for Jen to be at, for obvious reasons.
Definitely. Just fires away all the down tilts at the ledge. 2 frames Quilly.
Gotta watch out for that flamethrower. Flamethrower is nasty.
So is explosive flame.
If Bowser had a project, that doesn't kind of. Wait, no, I'm down. That doesn't kind of.
Who am I kidding? Down tilt again at the ledge. Quilly has to be careful. Bowser not one of the better characters at planking on the ledge either. And that, yeah, that's going to be a Palutena bread and butter. Puts him up in that situation and gets the reverse aerial rush back air. Retaliates with an up tilt.
Yeah, quick, making quick work of that 3rd stock, luckily, when going into his 1st stock. Dash attack, once again, Jen doing a relatively good job this stock, specifically, of keeping Quilly off stage. Obviously, if you're a heavy, you want to be in neutral, so if you can't get off the edge, you're just going to eat damage for days.
Yeah, you're quite right on that one. And Quilly off stage in a terrible position. This is when Jen takes all of the stocks because he just overwhelms Quilly with pressure on the right side of the stage.
Rising on up.
I like the Trump attempts. Quilly doing an excellent job jumping immediately to get himself out of that situation.
Dude, they were on that right side of that stage for like 3 years.
He just did it. He just did it.
Yeah, that's like literally what else can you say? He just did it.
He just did it.
By the way, Bowser's still living?
No.
You're watching a different game, sir.
Dude, Quilly looks like Android 18 right now. It's just the orange bandana, but come on.
Yo, Jen is gone. Jen disappeared.
Oh no, he's leaning forward. He's leaning forward. I just looked at the stage.
Where'd he? I was like,
he's like, I'll be right back.
Where'd he go? He went to evolve real quick and come back after that last one. Good lord.
That's so funny. It's instant transmission. Speaking of the Dragon Ball Z references. Wait, what? What?
Yo, speaking of evolving.
What?
Quilly just devolved into Bowser Jr.
Nuts. I want to talk about 3.1 Bowser Jr. so much right now, but we are not because this is 3.0 and we are at Smash and Splash 5. Welcome to Smashville. Also, come back tomorrow night. You'll see KK Slider on these stages of Smashville.
Yeah, so this is a weird matchup. Bowser Jr. in general is a weird character. Their hitboxes and some of their moves are really big, and sometimes if you don't know the matchup, really hard to get around. And their projectiles can be really annoying too if you know how to space them. But in general, Bowser Jr. a relatively slow character. A lot of startup on some moves, a lot of end lag on others, with a very exploitable recovery.
Yeah, he has a lot of good tools though. A lot of aerials, and honestly, wow, a lot of really good mix-up tools for getting back to the stage. He's one of those characters where I do not let people get away with calling him the worst in the game because I just don't believe it.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so either. The difference maker, I think, between being an okay Bowser Jr. and a good Bowser Jr. is the utilization of side B, Clown Cart. Bowser Jr. is a relatively slow character, so being able to get around the stage is huge. And so basically what that means is using a relatively not very good move in Clown Cart to not only hurt your opponent, but get around the stage as much as you possibly can.
Definitely. Honestly, it's kind of wholesome seeing somebody play both Bowser and Bowser Jr. in the same set.
I cannot believe Jen got hit by that cannonball.
Oh no.
That cannonball was slow, so slow it almost came in at reverse speed.
Yeah, that's one of those moves though. It's like Pac-Man's melon where they just move so slowly that like you're not prepared to dodge it. You know, rolling gets you hit by it because it's really hard to time.
I would play against Pooch sometimes, and anytime you play Pac-Man and throw out melon, immediately when he threw it out, he'd go. Melon. funny. Quilly's still living though, dude. 170
Cannonball.
Okay.
Yeah, Explosive Flame taking stocks. That move definitely has a head count. I feel like this Nashville pick, when you're Bowser Jr., he's able to utilize his mid-range tools on this stage a little more than Palutena can, especially in terms of vertical mid-range tools. And now he picks up his... Ooh. Yeah, picks up the Koopling, doesn't get anything off of it, and Jen just carries him to the left side of the stage.
This has been a weird game so far. I feel like Jen has been taking advantage of a lot of bad situations, but Quilly had a quick comeback and was able to actually take the first stock. And now each other's second stocks are kind of going the same way.
Oh, absolutely. Swings 2 different bears on his shield. The first one gets him off scotch-free. The second one, he full hops, comes down and does it. Throws him back.
My favorite thing about Bowser Jr. is how ready he is to just mess up his opponent. He goes for the grab, and even if he misses, he's got his hammer at the ready, just like ready to break skull. He's so furious, dude. Like, calm down, man.
I love that the clown car matches his emotions at all times. That's like the cutest detail they could have added to this game. Jen looking really good, taking another 1 stock lead over Quilly, 2 stocks to 1. Quilly definitely with some trailing to do.
Dude, clown car not too happy right now. He's off stage, been off stage for a while. Palutena, Jen in general has been so good at edge guarding these last 2 games. Oh, reflect right back at you. A little minion right back in your face.
Koopling really gonna actually hit twice. Jen not teching and getting punished for it.
Auto aim, led into Cannonball once again. Again? Dude, maybe Cannonball's actually the best. Cannonball used to be the worst move in Smash 4.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
Right behind Zelda's Din's Fire.
And Luigi's dash attack. It was one of those 3. You have to be careful, though, because if you get bopped in any way, when you don't have your clown car after up B, you're just dead. Oh,
totally. It's one of those things where if, like, if they snuff out one of your tools early, the other one isn't enough to make it back. While other characters just have one tool that does it all for them.
Using that forward air to get some space away from Jen. Is that going to do it? The Explosive Flame does take Quilly out.
That was really cool, because he was so low, and it didn't look like he was parallel to him at all. So the fact that Explosive Flame even hit was quite incredible. And then, yeah, it just took the stock like that.
Poof, it's gone. Yeah, that was an interesting...
Incinerated.